everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good night. So, I just felt in the mood to do something different tonight while Queen Booger is on the bed. Booger, hi, baby. So, I was on Twitter a few minutes ago and I saw something peculiar that Amberlynn Reid had one of her videos removed. And of course, I was naturally curious about what would Amberlynn do for YouTube to do that to her? Did she do something? Did she say something? If you want my opinion, YouTube is a funny company. They got some funny ways because they took down Amberlynn Reid's video. At the same time, her buddy, Foodie Beauty, is on her channel doing feedy content in full view of the public and also including a whole bunch of other adult fetishes, and yet they don't take her videos down or her lives. So why would they go after Amber? That's just really strange. So, of course, I wanted to investigate. Also, I wanted to react to her video. And I hope you guys enjoy this react. I know some of you may not be into Amberlynn Reid. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not a big fan of her. I'm really not. Her voice, the way she talks, is like nails on a chalkboard to me. Ugh. But because it's a deleted video, I'm nosy and I wanted to react to it. So this is going to be kind of a shorter react to Amber and probably my last because I don't like her content. I don't like her. She annoys me. She needs to go away. So, what did she say? What did she do? I want to know. Before we get into that, though, I would like to show you guys something. Just something I pulled up. And it happens to be Amberlynn's channel. So there's Amberlynn Reid's channel. And I wanted to show y'all something. So Amberlynn, can we talk? Let's talk, my dear. Let's have a talk here. So, you and your issues with food. Let's count how many thumbnails have you displaying food. We got one right here. And you knew what you were doing making that thumbnail, that little screen grab. We got one right here. That's 2, 3, 4. What else? 5. You're drinking milk. 6. So you're catering to the hoo cow people doing that. They love that. How many is that? 6, 7. Did I lose count? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. You got a whole bunch of thumbnails with a whole lot of food. And if it's not food that you're showing in your thumbnail, it's you looking dramatic. Like something is seriously wrong. Like you're trying to trigger people's emotions and make them worried and concerned for you. Like something's wrong with Amber. We have to watch. Look, dramatic expression here, here. What else? How many dramatic expressions can we count? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, we got the crying face going on right here. 7, 8, 9. I mean, so what are the 2 main selling points of your channel? Food and drama. We got to get the dramatic expressions in the thumbnail. I'm just saying, check it out. Check it out for yourself. Like the thumbnail of the hand on the head. Oh, something's wrong. Yeah, girl, I see you. I see you. You want people to watch because you want them worried about you. So there's that. Just thought I'd point that out to you guys. Like the purposeful thumbnails with food and drama. Yeah, I see what you're doing, Amber. I see it. So, of course, her video got deleted by YouTube. But I would like to give a special thanks to Malarkey Meter. Malarkey Meter is a great archiving channel because they got a copy of the deleted video and posted it to Twitter. So that's what we're going to react to. Let me just go ahead and pull this up. And again, it's a really short react. Oops, wrong tab. Sorry. And again, special thanks to Malarkey Meter. So what did Amber do? What did she do? What was she talking about? I'm nosy. I must know. Why was it taken down? What rule did you break, Amber? We'll see. So let's give a listen.
Hello. Welcome to a new What I Ate Today video. So as you guys...
Can I just say something before she even gets started? I would like to know where Foodie and Amber, where they came up with the idea that the rest of the world must know what they're eating. Who told them that the world has to know about every bite of food or every ounce of liquid that goes into their mouth? Why is it so important that we know? Why must we know? Why must they tell us? Why is it that both of them do videos where they're like, this is what I ate today. This is what I'm going to eat. These are the groceries that I bought. Nobody cares. You can buy your food. You can eat your food. You can go to the grocery store. We don't have to know, Amber. You're not a celebrity. We don't have to know what your diet is. We know it's a bunch of trash.
You guys know last week's What I Ate Today video was a flop. I was very disconnected with it, on top of having cellulitis and just going through a lot of different things. This week, I'm also disconnected from this What I Ate Today video. So just a warning, but today is Thursday and I film my What I Ate Today videos every single Thursday. So that's just how it's going to be. Not every time someone goes to work are they connected to it. Sometimes you go to work and you just aren't feeling, up to par. You aren't feeling the greatest. So I actually already had my first meal. So I'm just going to show you my leftovers because...
Why? Why do we have to see your leftovers? I mean, they're leftovers. Put them in the fridge. Why do we have to see the leftovers of your meal? I mean, honestly, that's pretty gross. I'm just going to eat a bunch of food, leave the leftovers on the plate, and then show them off to YouTube and make that into monetized content. Exactly how is that appropriate? How is that appealing to see leftovers on a plate?
Like I said, I have a bad habit of wasting food, and it's not too bad. So I got Cracker Barrel. I got meatloaf. I'm sorry, this is not...
Like, exactly. So does that look appealing? Why would you show that to people? Just, if you got leftovers, just say, I've got leftovers and put them away. You don't have to show them off to the camera.
Appetizing at all, but I forgot that today was Thursday. I literally thought today was Wednesday, but after I was done...
Maybe she wanted to showcase a whole meal in this video and she got too hungry and she decided to eat the food and then did the video after, and that's what's left.
Eating, I was like, fuck, today's Thursday. So I got meatloaf, hash browns, mashed potatoes, but
that looks like trash.
I'm done with this. I'm not going to eat any more of it.
And why are your leftovers where you are? Why are they not in the kitchen?
And I also got green beans.
It's green beans, girl, in a cup. It's literally green beans in a cup. Why do you have to show that to people? Why do we have to see it? Y'all, I got to ask YouTube something. Why does Amber and Foodie, why do they feel like YouTube is a form of show and tell? Like it's giving me back in grade school, we're doing show and tell. I'm just going to pick something up and do a show and tell with it. It's not about grocery hauls. It's not about shopping hauls of anything interesting or interesting meals that look appealing, that when you look at it, you're like, I wish I could eat that. They're just doing show and tell in a monetized video and wanting to get paid for their boring version of show and tell. They're just running up the meter so they can make a monetized video and make money off of it. So we got to stretch out the time. Let's pick up some boring stuff that doesn't matter and make that into content, because I can't fill up the video with anything interesting to say.
which I love a green bean. And I got their dumplings.
Don't care.
So it literally only came with 2 dumplings, but it was the perfect amount for me because that was a lot of food. And then for later.
And we got the cookie. I bet the Who Cow people love that. You got a gallon of milk too? Because that's what the Who Cow fetish people like. Those feeties, they like milk and cookies. So you just showed off the food. Now you're showing off the cookie. You can make another cookie video, Amber. Why do we need to see that cookie? Girl, you don't need that cookie. Put it down.
Tonight as a snack, which I won't be filming when I actually eat this, but I'm just letting you know that
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I won't be filming when I actually eat it. Oh, yes, you will. You're just not filming it for YouTube. That's for fetish content, isn't it?
I also got a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie from Cracker Barrel, which I will be eating.
You are doing the most to show off that cookie. Are you sending the bat signal out to the Who Cow people?
Tonight. Have any of you noticed that Cracker Barrel very much tastes like hospital food? Like, I'm just saying. It's not the greatest. It's given hospital food. Last time I had Cracker Barrel was literally years ago, but I will say the dumplings are delish. All right, you guys. So today's What I Ate Today video has been canceled. It's gone. Goodbye bye. As you can see, I did start the video and I still showed you guys that clip. But truth be told, I was literally just trying to act like I was okay. I was trying to act like, all right, girl, you got this. It's your work day. Like, you have to film this. But reality is, like,
you have to film this. Why do you have to? You know, when it comes to work, if you don't enjoy it, if it's too painful, if you don't like what you're doing, maybe don't do it. Maybe pick something else. Because I'm picking up a sense of attitude from you, Amber, of I'm on YouTube, I make money on YouTube, and even though making videos is pretty easy compared to other things in the world that require a lot more work for a lot longer hours, there's almost a sense of begrudging about what you do. Like, I have to sit down and make a video for YouTube again. You know, the sad thing about you and Foodie, you both have channels, you make pretty good money. Making videos is easy. And if you want to, you can make the experience fun versus boring, to where you actually enjoy what you do. You're the content creator. You can create any content you want, including fun content, exciting content, stuff that people can get into, stuff that doesn't involve hurting your body with food. You don't have to live that lifestyle if you don't want to. But you do. You're choosing the life that you have. So you got this attitude of, this is work and I really can't stand it and I'm struggling to do my work. Spare me the tears. Spare me. I'm sure anybody else in the world, if you approached them and said, hey, would you like to make really good money and all you got to do is make videos for YouTube, they would trade places with you in a hot minute. And I'm sure if you traded places with them and you had to get up early in the morning, every morning, 5, 6, 7 days a week, working 40, 50, 60-hour weeks on your feet, listening to a boss that may not like you, dealing with employees that also may not like you, sweating your butt off, getting tired, having limited lunch breaks, and having not much money for a sack of groceries at the end of the week, you'd be crying to get back on YouTube. You'd be so much more grateful for what you do.
I actually don't. So I do want to talk a little bit more like about how I'm feeling. I'm gonna be honest right now, I feel very vulnerable and it's hard for me because I know there are so many.
You know what, you know what? I was about to call her Chantal. Oh my goodness, I'm getting the two of them mixed up. Because there's so much alike. Amber and Foodie are so much alike. My goodness. But what was I going to say? I forget. Can we go back? I kind of screwed myself up. Hold on.
Because I know there are so many eyes watching me that are connected to hearts that don't see me and
No, shut up.
sympathy because I do want to talk a little bit more like about how I'm feeling. I'm gonna
F your feelings. That's how I feel. F your feelings. F your feelings, Amber. After everything that came out about Beck, F your feelings. You're an abusive person. You are manipulative. You're a spoiled brat. You're controlling. F your feelings. I don't think you have any feelings. Not for other people. You don't care for other people. You just care about yourself. And even then, to a limited amount. Because if you really cared about yourself, you would take care of yourself. You don't take care of yourself. And the sad thing is, you got all the tools you need. You got all the money you need. You got all the space you need. You got all the time. You got everything you need for a good life. And you don't want it. And that's your choice. So getting on YouTube and feeling like the whole world has to know about everything you stick in your mouth or everything you drink or everything you buy or what your feelings are that day. F your feelings.
to be honest right now, I feel very vulnerable and it's hard for me because I know there are so many eyes watching me that are connected to hearts that don't see me in a sympathetic way. They don't see me in a light that comes from gentleness. They just see me in a bias.
Well, I don't have sympathy for controlling people who play the choosy game. I don't have a sympathetic heart for someone like yourself. They control how much time somebody plays a video game or how much time whoever their partner is. You can only spend so much time with your relatives. Like, you are absolutely cruel.
Bias light. They see me in a way where they've chosen to see me, and nothing's ever going to change that. But instead of caring about those people,
No, Amber. By doing the things that you did, you chose how we see you. By acting that way, you were the starting point and you are the ending point. You chose to do the things that you did. And you had to know at some point those things were going to come out, especially since you kept poking the bear, so to speak, bringing Beck up again and again and again. You weren't even smart enough to shut your mouth. You just kept going. And stuff started coming out, and people started finding stuff out about how truly awful and evil you really are.
and continuing to wear the mask that I started this video wearing, I'm taking off my mask and I'm filming this video and talking about my feelings and thoughts for the people who do see me in a gentle way, for the people who are gentle about my struggles and my disordered eating. Truth is, I don't have a good relationship with food right now.
And you don't want to have a good relationship with food. Neither you nor Foodie Beauty want to have a good relationship with food. And why is that? Because you're both too busy monetizing your toxic relationship with food, your addiction to food. It is your content. It's how you make money. Foodie admits it halfway. You need to admit it. Just say it. If you want to stay in a toxic relationship with food and you don't want to change, just say it. Stop flip-flopping and keep getting people confused. Just say it and stick with it. That's what you want to do.
Obviously, like, that's noticeable. I'm over 500 pounds. There's a lot of people walking this earth who are at a healthy weight and they also have a bad relationship with food and they have disordered eating. And
you know what she's doing right here? She's doing the whataboutisms. That's what she's doing. She's doing like a deflection tactic. Oh, yeah, I've got a bad relationship with food and I'm over 500 pounds and I got all this stuff going on. But what about this person over here next to me that's smaller than me and they've got health problems? Well, what about them? What about that person? If the person next to you is smaller and they have health problems, maybe some similar to yours, maybe some different, does that excuse what's going on with you and the fact that a lot of things you're going through right now are self-inflicted because you refuse to put down the fork and stop eating the unhealthy food and get yourself straight? Let me ask you a serious question, Amber. Let me ask you something, because I'm curious. I'm curious, Kathy over here. Tell me, do you remember back to the baby days of your channel? I mean, I wasn't there for it, but I heard about it. I've seen clips here and there. When your channel was just starting out, you started out as a weight loss channel, but you were much more active then. Don't you remember? You were going out, you were doing things, you were goofy, you were funny, you're having a good time. And as your channel grew and as you grew in size, the more subscribers you got, the more money you got, the less you were able to do. And I think there's a correlation there between the fact that the more money you started making, the more money you had in pocket, the more you could overindulge in food and shopping and just being stupid. And it made you lazy. You developed this mindset of, well, I don't have to worry about money anymore. And therefore, I don't have to worry about myself. I'll just lay back on my heels and let whatever happen, happen. What a strange predicament you put yourself in. That on one side of the fence, financially, you're making money. At the same time that you're making money, though, you really don't have a life. And you can't enjoy your life because of the fact that you just let yourself go. Yeah, you're making money on YouTube, but you're also stuck in the house all the time, miserable, alone, relying on a partner to act as a caretaker. You're practically housebound. And you're making money, but you're housebound. So I got to ask you, was the trade worth it? Was trading all of your health, your mobility for a bunch of paychecks worth it? Would you say it was worth it?
You can't see that. But with me, I walk outside and you automatically know, like, that's a big bitch. She has an unhealthy relationship with food. And some days are a lot better and some days are pretty awful. It's not just like what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, but it also correlates with the way I view food, which in return, the way I view myself as well. There have been recent times where it has been better, but today is not that day. And I don't want to film a whole video dedicated to food. That's how I feel now in this moment. That doesn't mean that I'm always going to feel that way. On days where I feel like my relationship with food is worse, I don't want to monetize that. And
You don't want to monetize that? I don't want to monetize that, she says. I don't want to monetize that. I don't want to monetize that. Really? Then explain this right here you did 2 weeks ago. What about this down here 3 weeks ago? What about this 4 weeks ago? And this 1 month ago? And this right here? Big old plate of food in front of you with this deer in the headlights look on your face. You know, You got to pick a lane at some point. At some point, it's got to happen. Are you wanting to fight the battle or don't you? You got one foot on one square and one foot on another square. I guess it all depends on what your mood is that day. Do I want people to feel pity for me and sympathy because I'm 500 pounds and I'm really overweight and I don't have a lot of mobility and I got all these health problems? Or do I want to cater to the feedies and the food fetish people on my channel? I guess it all depends on the day and the mood and what audience you're trying to target. But I don't want to monetize that, she says. Okay, liar Lynn. Okay. Keep going, Amber.
Used to, like in the past, especially in 2019, even in days.
Ma'am, I just pulled up them videos. You're still monetizing your food issue. I just showed it. These are videos that are not from like 2 or 3 years ago. It was like 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. You're still doing food videos when you know you shouldn't.
Prior to that and days after that. But like right now, I don't want to do that to myself. It doesn't make me feel good. And I want to do things that make me feel good. I'm working really hard, like behind the scenes on just.
Oh boy, here we go. Here come the fake tears. Here come the fake tears. Y'all hear the buildup? We got the buildup coming. Amber, you're a bad actress. You and Foodie are bad actresses. The two of you are such narcissists. You have so little sympathy and empathy in your soul for other people and how they feel. You have no true understanding of real emotion and connection and how that works. That when you try to fake crying, it comes out just like that. It's fake. It is so fake. It's really fake. You need some more acting classes to get that crying down. But let's hear the buildup again. Here we go.
Good. I'm working really hard. Like,
oh, there it is. See, did you hear that? Like we're leading into it. That half second lead in, like the voice starts cracking, trying to muster up those tears. And I'm trying to muster up those tears. I'm trying to sound sympathetic. Guys, I'm really going through a hard time. I'm really going through a hard time. You just don't understand.
behind the scenes on just being better. There's so many eyes I gotta.
So she acted like she was crying and then she cleared up.
Dot and T's I gotta cross, and it feels really fucking overwhelming. But monetizing food on a day where my relationship with food is really, really low, that's not where I'm at right now.
Then take all the food videos down on your channel. It's time to put up or shut up. If you mean what you say, then say what you mean and follow it up with action. If you're serious, then you go through your entire channel and you remove all the content with food, eating food, doing little taste tests. Take it all down.
Tomorrow, I might change my mind. That's how I feel now. So my weigh-in video, I talked to you guys about how I'm interested in going on another GLP-1. And I said how my goal is to like do more research on that and like see how I'm feeling about it, because it is a big decision. And I saw how like a lot of people were like, wow, that's her goal. Like, yeah, it is a goal to like make the right decision for me, because I am thinking about going on a GLP-1 that I've never been on before. And that's a big decision. And it makes me nervous.
I'm kind of confused. Why is she telling everybody else this? Like, why does the audience need to know about her going on this thing? Why do we need to know? Why is it important to us?
Nervous, and it makes me anxious. It's a big decision. I mean, I shouldn't have to really explain myself, but I think
but you are explaining yourself when you don't have to. and you're explaining things that nobody asked about and you didn't have to make a video for. Could have made a community post, but community posts don't make money, do they?
Not doing it and not letting it like kickstart my weight loss is a bad idea. I feel like it's an irresponsible idea. And the weight loss injection that I'm choosing is very expensive. And
I feel this is a sales pitch. I was waiting for it. This feels like a sales pitch. You know, if you've ever gotten in front of a sleazy salesman, you know, they smooze you up and they want to sell you something. They don't come at you right away and just spring the sales pitch on you. They do it in some friendly lead-in conversation first to relax you and to get you off guard. And then they segue that into what they really want to talk about. And then after that comes the sales pitch. Like they're trying to connect what they want to sell and the product to you. Oh, I've got this product and I really want to try it and blah, blah, blah. Like they're slowly reeling you in, try to sell you something. And that's the vibe I'm getting off her. What, you want your members to pay for your treatment?
so grateful for my members that
There it is. There it is. Let's dissect this sales pitch. Go back, Amber. You're not a very good salesman if I could pull you apart like that. But go ahead and let's go through it again.
and not letting it like kickstart my weight loss is a
Okay, hold on.
GLP-1 that I've never
Okay, so wait a minute. We're going to back it up.
but monetizing food on a day where my relationship with food is really, really low.
So right here, she's describing the problem. Her problem with food. She's trying to say, you know, like, I really shouldn't be doing videos like this. But I don't know. It depends on the day, blah, blah, blah. This is like the, you know, like whatever conversation. But in this conversation, she's describing the problem, okay, which is going to lead to the next thing that's important, which is the product, which would help to fix the problem.
That's not where I'm at right now. Tomorrow, I might change my mind, but that's how I feel now. So in my weigh-in video, I talked to you guys about how I'm interested in going on another GLP-1.
There's the product. So first we outline the problem that we're having. Then we bring up the product to fix the problem. And then after that is what? She's linking her members to the product and to the problem. She's making her members aware of the problem and the product for a reason. She's telling you guys over there for a reason. I guess she wants you guys to pay for the product so she doesn't have to. Even though she's on YouTube and this girl is clearing, what, 10, 15 grand a month? And she could buy her own doggone treatments if it really matters to her.
And I said how my goal is to like do more research on that and like see how I'm feeling about it because it is a big decision. And I saw how like a lot of people were like, wow, that's her goal. Like, yeah, it is a goal to like make the right decision for me because I am thinking about going on a GLP-1 that I've never been on before. And that's a big decision. And it makes me nervous and it makes me anxious. It's a big decision. I mean, I shouldn't have to really explain myself, but I think not doing it and not letting it like kickstart my weight loss is a bad idea. I feel like it's an irresponsible idea. And the weight loss injection that I'm choosing is very expensive. And
she's bringing that up on purpose. Scam artists, they do that on purpose. They mention the price of the thing that they want. She's bringing it up on purpose. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. Yeah, but you're making good money. And if it matters to you, you'll pay for it. You're probably making more on your channel than the people in your audience. You may probably make more in 1 month, Amber, than most see in 3 or 4 months of hard labor. So I guess if it matters to you, what you'll do, instead of buying all that doggone takeout, which you do not need, you'll put money away and get this stuff yourself. You won't come on YouTube and make it everybody else's problem. If it's your problem and it matters, you'll take care of it.
I am so grateful for my members. That is where that money is going to be going now. Like,
so members, you're paying for her treatment.
If it wasn't for—
But here's the thing. Foodie and Amber, they're both so dumb. They can't commit to anything because they look at, I have to eat food. It's my job. They justify the food addiction, saying, I got to use it to make money. There is no other way. When there is another way, they just don't want to look for that way. But they're always going to justify all the fast food, all the junk food, all the candy bars, all the ice cream, all the cakes. They're going to say, well, I have to do it. I have to do it. It's my job. Therefore, it's okay. No, it's not okay when it's slowly unaliving you. You can't say, oh, it's part of work. Then choose a different line of work. And you can take all the metformin or other aids that you want to. But what's a treatment going to do up against 10,000 calories a day? Seriously. She needs to go to counseling. She needs to go to therapy. And keep going and stop quitting her sessions. You got to get the mess in your head straight, Amber.
For you guys, like, I genuinely would not be able to start this medicine.
So basically what she's saying, members, she's trying to say that if those of you that are on her channel that you bought memberships, if she didn't have enough memberships, she wouldn't be able to do these treatments. I don't know how much they cost, how many you need per month. I have no idea. I'm not a doctor. But I think she's lying. I mean, I know she makes quite a bit membership money. But again, even if she didn't have memberships, if it mattered to her, she would put back some of her YouTube money, not membership money, and get this stuff herself.
It's literally like another month's rent that I will be having to pay every single month.
Why are you telling everybody else your problems? Why are you laying all your business out there like that? Poor me. Poor me. I have to get this treatment. I have to get these things because I chose to let my eating get out of control. I let my weight get out of control. And here we are. I have this issue and it is my fault because I let it get completely out of control when I could have controlled it long ago. And now that it is out of control and I'm dealing with these health issues, then I'm going to get on YouTube and whine and complain about the bills, about the cost of the treatments. Cry me a freaking river. What about other people in the world? They got even worse problems, problems that they didn't cause. And they're working and they're sweating just to keep a roof over their head. Shut up, Amber.
But with the memberships, it's going to help me a lot. So I just want to say I'm very grateful. Like, I'm in a spot where, like, I'm desperate. I'm a desperado. I'm not gonna lie. And I hate
you know what? No, she's not desperate. She's not. You want to know how I know? And I'm not saying this from a hateful point of view. She's a food addict. I'm a food addict. I'm in recovery. She's not in recovery. You can't lie to one of your own. I can look into Amber's eyes and tell she's not ready. She's not done. She hasn't hit the wall yet. And she never will hit the wall so long as she's on YouTube and she's making money with what she's doing. She'll always have that soft place to land. that parachute, that safety net, the paycheck, the members, the views, the Google AdSense money. That is all part of her parachute. As long as she's got it, she will never hit the ground like she needs. And she'll always be making excuses, always finding workarounds, always justifying and validating her addiction as it's okay, it's perfectly fine, it's normal. It's my work, it's what I have to do. She's saying, I'm desperate. No, you're not. I can tell you that you're not. Want to know how I know, Amber? Because if you were really desperate, if you were done, you wouldn't have done what you did earlier in the video. Showing off the cookies, showing off the food. If you were done, you wouldn't include food in your videos anymore. You take all the food videos off your channel. You would get your butt to a counselor, to some inpatient or outpatient, and get yourself straight. You'd be fighting with all of your strength against the problem versus leaning into it. So, no, you're not desperate.
Showing this side to me because like I feel embarrassed and I feel ashamed. But I really do feel extremely emotional about my weight and my health because it's like, yeah, I don't have like huge health problems. Like, yes, I'm getting over cellulitis, which is pretty scary and it can be dire, but it's like I don't have heart problems or like lung problems. I don't have diabetes, and it's things
I have to ask, Amber, what is the measuring stick for you? Everybody's got a different measuring stick as far as their health. What is your measuring stick? Is it going to be when things become dire? When you're okay one day and the next minute you're not okay and you're in the hospital, and then you realize something is wrong? Because everything can change just like that. You could be feeling fine, and then everything just starts to go rapidly wrong. Your body was not meant to carry 500 pounds. The human body was not meant to carry that much weight. You carry that much weight, it has consequences. It hurts your body. It impacts how your body moves and feels and can perform. You're carrying hundreds and hundreds of extra pounds that you don't need and your organs don't want. They don't want it. And yet you're forcing them to deal with it. But is that the measuring stick? As long as I'm not in the hospital on breathing tubes or a dialysis machine, going through organ failure, I'm fine? Are you really going to wait till things are just that bad before you wake up and realize you've gone too far? If it reaches that point, it may be too late to turn things around.
grateful for. But like those things can happen instantly,
Yep.
especially for someone my size. And lately I've just been thinking more about it. I don't know like what has caused this like anxiety inside of me about my weight, but I think it's something that like I've needed to feel for so long and I never did. I've had so many people constantly ask me like, Amberlynn, why aren't you
All of this fake crying, where are the tears? She's so upset. Not that I want to see her cry, but this is a performance. If you're having a breakthrough moment, like break down and then break through, you're crying. You're ugly crying. Your mascara is running down your face. Your nose is all stuffed up. You can barely talk. There's snot coming out of your nose. You're ugly crying. But you know what? Sometimes ugly crying is good for you. It's good to have that breakdown, breakthrough moment if there's something holding you back. It can be a very good get real with yourself moment. And yet she won't get real. She just puts on performances, hides behind a mask, Everything's fine. I'm making money on YouTube. Everything's okay until you're not okay.
Scared. Like, if I was your size, I'd be anxious every single day. And like, I felt fleeting feelings of being scared, but I've never had like true like anxiety about my size until now, and I don't really know what's causing it. Maybe age. Like, I'm 34. I'm gonna be 35 this year. Holy fuck, 35 is crazy. I have put in a request to see a provider, so that is now going through the system. And the next step, I'm just waiting for them to see, like, because I had to answer all these questions, waiting for them to see, like, am I approved for the next step? Which the next step would be seeing the provider, making the appointment, and then choosing.
You know, you're looking towards other people and other things to completely fix all of you, when there's so many parts of you that need to be fixed. Got to fix your mind. Got to fix your emotions. Got to fix your body. You want to help yourself out? Cut out the junk food. You can start to drop weight like nobody's business if you did. And I don't want to hear any excuses from you, Miss Amberlynn Reid. You get all the time, money, and energy in the world to get yourself healthy. And if you're not, it's because you don't want to. With the money that you're making, you could have healthy meals already prepared, delivered to your house. If you don't want to cook them, if you don't feel like cooking them, you could have a chef or a caterer make you healthy meals. And then just put them in the freezer and pop one out whenever you feel hungry and just start to drop weight. There's all kinds of things you could do. But what are you doing? You're eating fast food. You're ordering out. And then after consuming thousands of calories and getting no activity, you're wondering, why am I gaining weight? Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because of all the food I just ate? And then I'm expecting a few pills or a treatment to just make it all better and make it all go away? It don't work like that. It took you time to get to the size that you are. It's going to take even more time to fix the damage that you've done, dummy.
What weight loss injection I want to be on. And on top of that, which I'm not going to make any promises to myself or to you guys, but I am thinking about seeing a dietitian, which I've seen multiple dietitians. I know exactly what they're going to tell me. Like I said,
I support her going to a dietitian, but if she's got a food addiction, if she's got rituals built around food, if she's justifying eating food because of YouTube, she's going to need some intense counseling. And she's got to break down that attitude of I have to eat for YouTube.
all the tools, I know all the knowledge, I know the information. I just never put them into place.
Right. So you just said, I got all the tools, I got all the information. So just put them into play.
The GLP-1 is going to be a great tool. And even though I'm going to have the tools, I know the knowledge, it would be really nice to see a dietitian who specializes in disordered eating, just to have that like extra support, because I don't want to be on GLP-1s forever. I don't even want to be on it for that long. I just really wanted to like kickstart my weight loss, because I am in this weird cycle where I'll lose 7 pounds, gain it back, lose 7 pounds, gain it back. And I want to be out of it. And
I know exactly. I'm not your doctor and I'm not there in the room. I'm just going to take a guess about why this keeps happening to you. Because you do the work, you lose a little bit of weight. Then the food addiction comes along and it starts whispering to you. And it says, you just lost 7 pounds. You can have a dessert or two. And you agree with that voice in your head. Yeah, you're right. I just lost weight. I should reward myself. And what is your reward, Amber? What is Foodie Beauty's reward? Food. You reward yourself with food. You reward yourself with the very thing you should stay away from. And then the 7 pounds climb back on. And so you go back and forth. Lose 7 pounds. The addiction voice congratulates you, then says, feed me. And you listen. And then the weight comes back. And then you lose another 7. Here comes the addiction voice saying the exact same thing. So you teeter-totter back and forth with it.
I feel swollen. I feel horrible. I feel horrific. And I'm really just over it. This has been something that I have been fighting with my whole life, and it's just exhausting. I don't really know what else to say. I just wanted to be open about where I'm at and what I'm feeling, and I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm not. Like, I see myself going down a path that is very destructive. You guys think that I'm on a destructive path already? I agree, but there's an even more destructive path that I'm trying.
Can I just tell you, like, watching this whole video now, and keep in mind, I don't watch Amber's content on the regular, just based on this video. This is all performance. I don't see any true emotion here. I don't hear or see any breakdown, breakthrough moment where she's just getting real with herself, where she's reached the end of the road with herself and just saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I've got to do something about this. Change needs to happen. This is all performative. It is. She's much too casual with such a serious subject. Much too casual, too blasé. Like, when you have an attitude, nothing changes.
Not to turn down. It's like a fork in a road, and I'm choosing to like turn down a path that I normally wouldn't. I'm rambling at this point, so I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop wasting y'all's time.
Good, because I'm done with you. How about that? I'm done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.